following program is brought to you in living color on
ACEN.
Hello, young Swimcast citizens. Space Ghost here, a.k.a. George Lowe, inviting you in for all of the creamy, enjoyable listening goodness. Let's ladle some up right now, shall we?
It's that time again. Yay!
Sure, why not? This is really episode 159.
10.
And no one actually gets that joke except for me, because during the last episode when I recorded the intro, I said it was 159. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just leaving it in.
So our last episode was a lie.
Yeah.
Nope.
Our two fans must be so angry.
I get distracted and start screaming curses in the background. That's not going to be like an issue, right?
No.
No, curses are fine.
We used to eat dinner on this, so...
we used to do a lot of, really bad stuff that would go on for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then
Let's make this less than an hour.
Sure, why not? This is the Swimcast, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Agents of Geek, the home of Adult Swim Central, and the ACN.com. There are websites linked to this. I mean, AdultSwimCentral.com is still a link to Agents of Geek, which hasn't been updated in 20 years, and the ACPN.com. I am John J. Galbo, the what did they call me on the Mystery Science Theater cast? I'm like the Lord and Master of all things podcast and blah blah blah. With me this week, Trish.
Hey y'all.
And also Jason's here.
Hi.
And Jason's got his friend Matt in the background as well. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the Swimcast.
Wait, John, what the fuck are you doing to the document right now?
What?
You keep highlighting and then unhighlighting and then highlighting and unhighlighting.
Hey, you're not supposed to see my nervous tics. Why did Google make my document literal?
Here, I'll try it too.
Wait, now I need to document.
If you do it in odd numbers, though, you'll kill us all.
Oh my goodness.
I can't. Why is it not letting me highlight? Oh, it is. I think.
Oh, you've been dead.
That was just something random I was doing just to keep myself from losing track of thought, because my brain don't work too well lately. But yeah, this is the Swimcast. It's about all things Adult Swim. I think if you have heard the last episode, and it is a really good episode in my opinion, because I was there. Mm-hmm. It's about Adult Swim. We try and talk about Adult Swim stuff, but in the intro I did mention that we've kind of slid off of that after a while. I wasn't even sure we'd be back this soon. But hey, we are.
Yeah, hooray for Adam having to take a business trip and me being so lonely, eh?
And manic.
And manic.
That was the key word. I was like, it's weird because usually when you're manic is when we would record an episode.
Yeah. Bipolar disorder for the win.
And I'm just depressed and cranky, but...
It's okay. I'm really hungry, so...
Diabetes for the win, yay.
Yay.
Manic depression bringing you up and knocking them down.
Hey, but guess what? I have really good personal news.
Yes?
I've lost 23 pounds.
Nice.
Wow.
I know. That's why I was so much skinnier when you saw me in September.
I did notice, and I did point that out. What is your secret, if you don't mind me asking?
It's actually called fatsecret.com. It lets you track your calories and your exercise and your weight. And you weigh yourself every day, and every day you enter your weight. And some days you weigh more than you did the day before, and it's very sad. But with enough exercise, you can get it back down.
So basically, it's like any other fitness kajigger.
It's free.
Device.
It's easy to use, and on Android devices, it comes with a widget.
Widget walls?
Yeah, widget walls.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say South Beach Paradise.
South Bronx Paradise, baby!
South Paradise. See, the trick is you eat more than you want.
It's South Bronx Paradise. Is that my liver? Oh, God. No, as we're talking about fitness, I did get a Fitbit for Christmas, so I'm trying to utilize that as much as I can.
Oh, good.
Not really working out. I mean, suffice to say, I've gained a significant bit. I mean, anyone who's watched the New York Comic Con videos probably noticed the change.
I hear those things work good as just like a smartwatch too, though, with like text messages and shit.
Well, it's supposed to, but they're having problems with the sync ability right now. I don't know what's going on there. But it's kind of like, it's a little like the Apple Watch in the fact that if you get a call, and it's in your contacts, it'll say, call from Aunt, call from Colleen.
Does it show like text?
If it does, I don't know if I have that feature or it's
Or if it's broken.
if it's available, if it's broken.
All right.
But it's really fun. I enjoy it. I just need to utilize it more in the fitness department.
Okay, guys, come on. Adam's going to have to go to bed soon. I have to see my husband before he goes to sleep.
Oh boy. Well, that rushing me isn't gonna make things.
Well, I know, but we keep digressing.
I know, but we do that. That's what we do on these episodes.
I know, it's why all two of our fans love us so much.
We have. You're counting two.
Oh,
I don't know,
sorry.
I'm counting. Wait, we have one fan, and then I listen to it to make sure it still works.
Okay, so we have two fans.
Okay.
You're a fan of the show.
Anyway,
I listen to it to see how weird I sound.
We all do that. So yeah, as Trish mentioned, we do have a lot to cover tonight. We really haven't done a record proper since May 25th of last year. So I guess I kind of wanted to cover some of the stuff, the important stuff that we missed in the last 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize it was that long.
9-ish. 9.
You've had a child.
You could have had a baby in this time.
Yeah.
I wish I had a baby.
I don't know.
So-
I don't know how to follow that up. But anyway, so I'm just
That's a
gonna.
good place to end.
Well, the document starts with Aqua Teen Hunger Force: The Curtain Call, which obviously was kind of the start of the downfall of the Swimcast and Adult Swim Central proper. I mean, I was kind of leaning towards just calling it quits on both for a while, and then I'm like, well, maybe it works better as a quarterly thing or something like that, which still hasn't been implemented. But anyway, so yeah, Aqua Teen ended this year or last year.
Do you know I almost cried?
Really?
Yeah.
Now, did you cry on the last episode, or did you cry on the episode that came after the last one that no one really knew about, and then...
The better
The
one?
better of the two, yeah.
The way better episode.
What happened in the better episode?
That was where
the
Shaking
highlight
Comes
one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think I missed it.
He's
They find shampoo that makes them immortal.
yeah.
I missed
Oh,
it.
yeah, and Christopher Lambert, the Highlander, shows up.
Yeah.
And he's bored of life, so they keep killing themselves in new and interesting ways just to see if it'll get a rise out of them.
Sorry, kitty.
It was a good episode.
That one was way better, and I feel like Because at first it showed up online, and I'm like, wait, what is this?
Oh yeah, and then it aired the following week, listed as Rabot instead of actually the actual episode.
Yeah.
I do like the end scene on that one too that they tack on, the where they're all sitting in the living room. That's how they end the show, huh? Sitting down rewatching the episode.
Yeah. I think it's apropos that Matt and Dave ended the show like that, because it's like, oh well, we had a 1 hour special and it was supposed to end, and then it was like, oh, now we have this episode. And the other thing was, and I thought it was just going to be online only,
Yeah.
because it seemed a lot more, I don't want to say edgy, but I guess kind of edgy, in the fact that they were kind of, parodying Shake was supposed to be like Jesus and stuff like that.
I'm so glad they just had like a handful of the old villains just cameo for that too.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah. I like seeing all of them again.
And the nice thing is I know that I haven't really been watching the website, but I know that Carl Stone Cold Lock is still going on, so it's nice they kept that going.
I'm glad his opinions on football are the only opinions that I care about, and I like football.
Good
So.
stuff.
I wish we could get Dave back on the show just for one last Carl.
So, anyway, moving on from Aqua Teen, I mean, this seemed to be the year that a lot of the freshman shows from, like, the last couple of years got their second season. I mean, we had Mike Tyson, we had Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, we had Black Jesus come back, and the stellar season 2 for Rick and Morty. I mean, we could just jump around. I mean, anyone have things that stick out?
Is Black Jesus coming back again?
I don't know.
I loved that show, and I have not seen enough episodes.
I've missed the entire second season
The Christmas episode was pretty good.
from season 2.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it.
I've only seen like a couple of episodes of that, but I know it seemed enjoyable.
I enjoyed what I saw. I think I saw the whole first season. I enjoyed it. I need to maybe try to catch up.
You know what else I loved? And actually, Adam played this episode for his parents 3 times.
What?
The Krampus episode of Your Pretty Face.
I missed that one, but when I saw the coming attractions, I'm like, I definitely see Dave Willis as Krampus, but I mean there were promos on the website a couple of years ago with Dana Snyder as Krampus, and it's just so funny seeing him as Krampus. He's like, "This is the Krampus."
Dude, Dave Willis was perfect. He was absolutely perfect.
I need to watch that.
Gumpernickel, fetch my drowning tub.
That's the one that's sort of live action.
It is live action.
It's live action.
It's
Any of the
it's
background fantasy or like poorly done
No.
green screen.
It's
Well,
like
it's-
the
yeah.
reverse equivalent of the Flying Nun. Is how I like to describe the show.
Because I think I've only seen like either a season or a series finale of that show. It was very good.
You saw the. I think you watched most of the first season. We watched
Did I?
most of that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's good. It was a good show.
I remember men hung on meat hooks. That's about it.
Yeah,
It's by
Is
one
that-
of the guys who did Aqua Teen and the guy who did Too Many Cooks.
Oh yeah.
Too many.
The guy who did Too Many Cooks just directed a music video too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I need to go watch it.
Yeah.
But Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Oh my god.
The feels this season.
It's that this show's blowing up too. It's getting very popular, and it's
well, that's when I interviewed the guys at New York Comic Con, was it 2 years ago? The quote unquote episode that what was it? The Inquisitor.com. Someone blogged that. Oh, were they making fun of John for being a lousy interviewer?
That's mean.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
He's just jealous.
I know. I'm jealous too. I really want to meet them. Adam and I actually, I could see us having a fight. So this transitions into something on the document actually. Omaze.com/Rick and Morty. Everyone should go there and pay $25 towards their campaign for Red to help.
Is that still going on? Because the last thing I saw was, it's your last chance to get in on that.
I saw that too. I don't know when it ends, but Adam and I each donated $25. And I said, this is my dream, right? To voice a character. And he said, because when you donate $25, you get 250 chances to voice a character with one line. And Adam said, well, it's my dream too. And I always, I figured because I know I've been acquainted with a lot of the guys from Adult Swim, so it would just be natural that I would get picked,
Well, it's always been my dream also to be on the show, but
I know, but you're not married.
I also don't have $25 to give to some random
Well,
website.
See, I'm looking at it right now, and you've got a day and 5 hours from when we're recording this, and $25 gets you.
So in other words, if I haven't edited and finished this by
Tomorrow,
it might be. But I'm looking at the rewards here, and there's more than just the 250 chances. The more you go up, there's a bunch of stuff, cool crap you can get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this. $100 gets you a limited edition Rick and Morty T-shirt. 150 you get an exclusive Rick and Morty matching flask and T-shirt. It's a Rick Sanchez flask and his blue T-shirt with spit up all over it.
Oh wow!
And then a bunch of the other stuff is sold out, but 250 you got some storyboard concepts. Then $750 was original art signed by Justin. There was a signed script, a one of a kind autographed skateboard deck.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
See, this is what I was starting to say when I was pointing out the interview that I did that guy didn't like. That at one point I mentioned it's the year before we really had nothing to talk about because I had interviewed them it must have been the year before the most recent interview and really didn't have much to talk about because the show hadn't come out yet. And in the last interview I'm it's like Rick and Morty mania now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a subreddit about it actually that Adam goes to a lot.
And I mean, you got all kind, the T-shirts are blowing up. They got, I forget what the name of the company is. But there's the company on, I think I follow them on Twitter. I don't know. But they make the T-shirts for Rick and Morty. They're making, they made the Mr. Meeseeks doll.
Pocket Mortys just came out.
Oh my god.
I have not played that, and Adam refuses to because he never played Pokemon.
It's very Pokemon.
It is basically Pokemon with Rick and Morty characters. I mean, at one point you go and talk to one of the random Ricks in the multiverse, whatever you want to call him, and he actually says, "I want to be the very best, like no one ever was."
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I ran into that guy.
Yeah,
I can just hear Rick saying that too. I want to be the very best.
I want to be the very best, Morty. Come on.
Like no one ever was.
Yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to do the burps.
Oh,
I can't. My husband.
You know what he does is he just gets a bunch of watered down, crappy beer.
Millard Lite. It's Miller Lite.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I think so.
That's not crappy beer though. That's the champagne of beers.
Is Miller the banquet beer, or is that Coors?
Miller Lite. That's the
Coors,
Dana Snyder approved beer of champions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they know Dana?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. They're all. No, I'm sorry. I was gonna say they're all gonna be working together on the new Mystery Science Theater, but no. Dana just helped out in the telethon. But yeah, Dan and Justin are gonna be writing. I don't know, episodes or parts of episodes of the new Mystery Science Theater that's coming out this year.
Oh wow!
That Mystery Science Theater reboot has a lot of people working on it. Friggin' Rebecca Sugar, who created Steven Universe, I think, is working on that too.
I love Steven Universe.
It's gonna be awesome.
Steven Universe is amazing.
I hope
It really is.
It's such a great show.
It is.
Are you caught up with that?
No, not all of it. I barely watch it. But
Okay.
the stuff I have seen, like, they'll play like 3 episodes in a row on a weekend or something.
Because like I've been keeping up with that show because it's had a really good like overarching plot.
Mm-hmm.
And last week they had a whole they did one of their things that Cartoon Network's been doing where they do a whole week of brand new episodes in a row. And they're doing some stuff I'm happy with, and it's a great show. So watch it.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Cartoon Network has built itself back up from we're just going to show live action stuff and Andrew WK destroying stuff.
Cartoon Network's going through a little bit of a renaissance, I think. Because I think it's got so much good going for it. It's got Steven Universe, Time, Clarence, which if nobody's watching, they need to be.
Yes, Clarence is very good.
I was watching it for a while.
Bears.
Beaks' Nibbler.
Beaks' Nibbler.
We Bear Bears is pretty good. It's cute.
Yeah, I tuned into a couple episodes when it first started. It seemed pretty humorous.
Yeah. Cartoon Network's doing good.
Good. But definitely, I know Trish, you said you're probably not going to play it, but definitely need to play Pocket Mortys. If you played Pokemon, it's basically the same thing, only instead of Pokemon, you have random Mortys. You got like Fat Morty, Ugly Morty, Kitty Cat Morty, Donnie Darko Morty.
Someone with a stray cat or something.
Yeah. Let me see what my guys are.
Yeah, I mean it's free too. You don't got. I mean there are microtransactions because it's 2016, but
It's not necessary.
You don't have to use them.
You can like melt your Mortys together if you get 2 of the same kind.
I did that. I got 2 red shirt Mortys and I mixed them, and it gave me an orange Morty.
Yeah, is that the one with the weird ass? Oh no, he's got the orange hair, right?
Yeah.
What about Evil Morty? Is he in there?
I don't know.
Presumably. I haven't gotten up to him yet.
Oh, I think they did an AMA, and Evil Morty is coming back in season 3.
Oh,
Nice, awesome.
Yeah, let's see. I got a biker. I got a weird alien guy. Somebody wearing a placard and a hippie, and they're all Mortys.
I got the hippie. I got the skeleton one. I got the one that basically looks like Tetsuo from Akira.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I didn't see that one. I gotta play more.
It's like Telekinetic Morty, I think it's called.
He's got the bandage on his head or whatever. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But the flavor text is all really good for those. If you like go into your deck and like read why they are what they are.
Yeah.
So like there's Spoon Morty and Fork Morty, and presumably Knife Morty. I haven't found him yet. But it's just like this Morty also has a spoon is the flavor text. But then like other ones have full backstory.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. What was the one? Oh, Skeleton Morty's is like he really wanted to do. Rick really wanted to do something special for Morty for Halloween, and he kind of screwed it up. It's a fun game. I definitely recommend. It's out on. Is it out on Android?
It's out on.
Yes.
Yeah. I have
it
it on Android.
Android
tab.
and the Apple thingies.
It's on the Android and it's on the
The
You
iPhone.
Get it. Get it. It's free.
iPhone.
The iPhone. Yeah.
iPhone.
The iPhone.
iPhone.
The iPin. The iPin.
All right, so Neon Joe.
Yeah.
I
I have to be honest. I have not watched an episode.
I
and
watched
feel
one
bad.
episode, and the rest is on my DVR. I may get to it tomorrow. But I thought it was good, but I don't know.
I did read the comic book.
Oh yeah, was the comic book good?
It was short and sweet, but basically it set the tone for the show.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of the comic book, actually, the comic book store I frequent here on Staten Island, JHU Comic Books. Everybody go there.
New Dorp Avenue. Or New Dorp
Yeah, New Dorp Avenue, best store in the world.
Right next to the Chinese restaurant.
New Dorp Lane, yeah, across from Fresh Tortillas, a great Mexican restaurant. But there's
Chinese restaurant.
I was there. I was there recently, and they have like a little table of free stuff, and they had a big stack of the Neon Joe comic just
no
because
way.
I guess they got sent some. And I was there. I was hanging around, and some guy came in, and he was talking about how he was at New York Comic Con this past year. Just kind of was going to signings, and he got the Neon Joe book signed, and said he had absolutely no use for it, and brought it in, and just sort of left it, and they put it in my bag of pulls for that week, and so now I have the issue of Neon Joe signed by John,
nice.
John, and everybody else.
So at least we didn't get the interview with John, but you got a nice little.
I got it signed. I got the comic signed via some random guy who goes to JHU. So that's kind of cool.
What happened to the other ones? Did that meth head steal them?
Oh, you heard about that?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I made it all of a block before
Yeah,
they stopped.
I know,
because
but
it's Cop City.
I got to hear the whole story of what happened with that. That was fun.
It was funny. A friend of a friend of a friend posted the article about how Danny did called the police.
Yeah, and she apparently she had chased them a little bit, and then they called the cops, and the cops came, and she said she went with them to identify the guy, and he was sitting on the curb crying. So that no. Must have
To quote Dave Willis, crystal meth destroys families.
Mm-hmm.
But Neon Joe, I have to watch. I've seen the first episode, and it's very funny. I like everybody involved because of Delocated, so.
Oh yeah,
Eventually.
definitely. And talking with those guys, it really seemed like an interesting show.
Yeah.
Plus,
So
plus someone's in it that my future mother-in-law knows. Stephanie Moore.
Oh, yeah?
Or knows of, rather.
Future mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Wait, is a ring involved with this conversation or no?
Don't get me started. A ring implies that money is to be utilized.
You could get them for a nickel out of a machine.
No, 25
but-
cents.
Usually,
Usually quarter.
You gotta
Yeah.
inflation, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I wanted to take the
That's
if I wanted to take the shitty route with my girlfriend, I would just go to Walmart.
That's
No, you
where I
get
got my first engagement ring.
Get a ring pop.
But I would get a ring pop. That would be 25 cents.
I think that would be. I think a ring pop is something that would be kind of like.
It's got more utility.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're going the kind of sucky route, but it's still kind of funny.
It's the
kind
sucky
of
root,
cute.
literally. The sucky root.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally not
Or I could
intentional.
just like fish one out of a tank somewhere, maybe, or like a
It's like
jewel.
a rim shot thing.
No, we don't
that
have-
you no.
We're not a morning zoo.
Good morning, everybody.
Air horn.
You gotta get a sound effects
Radio Graffiti,
thing.
you're on. Yeah, the next thing I have on the list, Dragon Con, which I was at, and our guest that was supposed to be on was also there. It was fun. I was glad to see that it looks like Adult Swim and Dragon Con have kind of patched up all the butt-hurtedness of the last few years, and they actually had a couple of panels. They did a Toonami proper panel, and they did. It was like a mix of Aqua Teen Squidbillies, Your Pretty Face, and Too Many Cooks. And then I held my own with the Swimcast and also an Aqua Teen kind of eulogy panel.
See, if only New York Comic Con would get the love that Dragon Con gets.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to I signed up to do a panel, but I guess they were all like, oh well, there's so many panels, blah blah blah, so many people who submitted panels, and we've rejected you.
Plus one whole panel room was taken up by Nintendo for friggin' Yokai Watch, so
Wow.
it was huge. They just took up an entire room and set up a whole Yokai Watch room so you could go play the game. And this isn't bad mouthing Yokai Watch. It's actually pretty fun, but could have had a panel in there.
I feel like they could get more with less. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, I don't know if I'd try and sign up for to do a panel at New York Comic Con again, or maybe maybe one of these smaller cons will come through and say, "Hey, you guys want to do a panel?" I don't know.
Keep whacking at it, and I'll help you out if you.
I mean, Dragon Con's been awesome. I mean, I did branch out this year.
Yeah.
Besides the Adult Swim stuff, I did some stuff for the American Sci-Fi Classics room. Did like 3 Back to the Future panels.
3?
Awesome 3.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I'll be honest. This was probably of the. Is it 8 years that I've been going there? I'm pretty sure it's 8. But of the 8 years that I've been going there, this has probably been my best Dragon Con to date.
Wow.
Which is sad because, as I alluded to in the last episode, I probably won't be able to go this year.
Aww.
But
Spend that money on a ring.
actually, I'm probably spending it on a wedding that isn't mine.
A wedding that isn't yours?
Yeah.
You got invited?
Yeah.
Oh, so you
I
go
got
to other
invited to be a
people's weddings?
I got invited to be a groomsman
Oh, really?
in Boston.
Boston.
Hopefully, I won't be going to that same hotel I went to last time I was in Boston, where I get to the cab and I'm like, can I go to the Milner Hotel? Oh yeah, that's where the hookers used to hang out.
Oh, Jesus. You gotta use Uber, man.
You gotta when you go to Boston, you gotta.
Uber wasn't really prominent when I went.
Well, go back in time.
2011.
Yeah?
Yeah. Invent Uber. Go back in time and invent Uber.
Oh, you'll make millions. Then you'll be able to afford
I could
the ring.
afford the ring and go to Dragon Con.
A nice ring. But make sure, when you get a ring, make sure to pay attention to the size of her hands. Because I tell you, my biggest stone on my ring is a 1/2 carat, and it looks perfect on my hand because my hands are really small.
Oh no, Colleen's hands are slender.
Yeah, so you don't need a big ring.
No, we have ideas already. I don't know why we're still talking about this on it.
Okay, well, I want people to be in as much love as I
Keep in
am.
mind, she has listened to an episode of this show.
Well, you almost
if you're
proposed
listening,
to her
hi,
in front of me, so.
I propose to her every time I see her.
Oh,
Adorable.
Sean, that's so romantic.
Anyway, shut up. We gotta talk about upcoming shows like Children's Hospital. Which, I still, it's funny, I keep looking at my DVR, and I have like 3 episodes from last season that I haven't watched.
I don't realize. Like, I never realized that show is still around until like you hear, oh, there's a new season of Children's Hospital coming.
You know what the thing is with that? I don't know so much if it jumped the shark, but I feel like all the people who are on that are like super popular now, or at least like it's like I'll tune into like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it'll be like, oh, Rob Ubel's on this week as a guest, and it's like, oh, I'll tune into, I'll watch this movie. Oh, Ken Marino's in it. You know, it's you know, there's all these people from Children's Hospital, and they come back to do this show, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a funny show anytime I tune in. But
Yeah.
personally, I really wish they had kept NTSF on.
Did they cancel that?
I think Paul Scheer more or less said. I mean, he said it's quote unquote on hiatus. You know, that's the Adult Swim talk for we canceled it.
Yeah.
I mean, history has shown, you know, Titan Maximum,
Which was a good show.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's a tragedy. Honestly, that's such a good show. That was such a good show. It's my favorite thing that stupid monkey, stupid buddy, whatever the hell they're called now, did.
I haven't watched Supermansion yet.
Neither have I. I liked the pilot.
Supermansion?
It was Ubermansion for Adult Swim, and then Swim passed on it.
It has Bryan Cranston in it.
Yeah, Bryan
Oh,
Cranston
wow.
is the main character. It was the show that beat out Mr. Pickles the year that they put the pilots up. Which I think
Now it's on,
I think Mr. Pickles is getting a second season.
Really?
probably.
And they
I
passed
think
on a
last-
show with Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, I'm not in charge of programming decisions.
Look,
It's
Adult
probably-
Swim's programming people should just listen to our show. I'm
Probably
serious.
do, and
Like,
they're like,
It's-
it probably gets them through the day, and they laugh it off, and then they say, "Well, let's greenlight another Seth Green show."
I mean, I'm sure it's a money thing too, though, because I mean, I'm sure stop motion animation costs a lot more than
Live action.
Mr. Pickles either. Anyway, like
Yeah.
even that.
Well, it's kind of like how they patched up Cheyenne Cinnamon, which was,
Cheyenne Cinnamon
crime
so
against
good.
humanity.
Loved that.
It was.
I
And
love her phone. It says "Holla." You think she just give that?
hello. I
love-
used to Adam jailbroke my old phone. And every
when
time
you
I got
back when Apple wouldn't let you put a text.
Yeah, and I used to get holla every time I got a text message. I loved it.
I had
My text message is the Eric Andre will be right back.
oh.
I hear that every
mine for a while was dynamite, and also fruit,
Nice.
but now it's a Doctor Who thing. Because I've kind of moved on from Adult Swim, I guess, more or less. I watch actual programming like Doctor Who and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and The Flash. Maybe we should
I just still watch.
But it's
we should
$8.
do a show about, actual comic book and sci-fi TV.
I don't read comic books.
I don't either.
I do superheroes.
I watch comic book TV shows.
Well,
In
actually,
fact, last night was a total clusterfuck because they had like 5 shows on against each other. It was like, okay, we're going to show you the new show on CW. We're going to show you The Flash. Oh, no, we're going to show you the new Agent Carter episode. Oh, no, we're going to show you 75 Years of Captain America. It was like, my mind.
okay, I do read comic books. I read comic books that are drawn by Ramon Villalobos.
That's
I know-
right. Who has been on the show multiple times during our little fever dream episodes, I guess you could call them.
Yes, I miss him. I see him a lot for coffee, though, actually.
That's good.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I had a birthday party last year, and Ramon and all the Stockton people came over. And then the next day, my friend Richard wanted to go into a comic book store to see if they had magic cards. And I said, I'm looking for Age of Ultron by Ramon Villalobos. And the guy was like,
the What If one, that was an excellent comic book.
the guy was like, oh, well, I have one right here and it's signed. And I said something
like-
to the effect of, oh, okay, yeah, I just saw him at my house yesterday. And the guy just totally lost all respect for me after that. Adam's like, you humble brag too much.
I'm trying to think if I ever had a moment like that, but nothing springing to mind right now. So
Okay.
Venture Brothers is coming back.
Yes!
Yeah.
Or as Andrea says, yes.
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 I guess we'd be amiss if we didn't mention that David Bowie passed recently.
Yes, we are all very saddened by the loss of David Bowie. He was,
And the other 50,000 musicians
Yes,
died
and-
the week after.
and Alan Rickman.
What the hell's going on? Everybody's dying.
I know, it's very sad.
My cat died.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry for your cat, John.
Oh shit, John, your cat died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
That's,
Yeah, it
Rest
was,
in peace.
a lot of things are dying right now, but,
yeah.
Well, we are in good health, all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
The 4 of us.
Let's-
Well, I don't know about you, Matt, but
bleeding out. Like,
let's hope you're right about that, Trish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but David
Well,
Bowie. It kind of makes me feel bad in the special how in last year's special how they were kind of like, the Sovereign isn't really David Bowie, just some dude who wanted to, be noticed basically. So he shape-shifted into David Bowie.
But hey, that just means that the Sovereign can still be David Bowie, because he's technically not.
Well, no, he can't because he's dead.
Oh wait, the Sovereign's dead. That's right. Shit.
Is he?
David Bowie's dead now.
Oh, he's dead too.
Ah, shit. Convergence.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a sign of things to come.
Maybe
Damn it,
Doc and
damn
Jackson
it,
are
damn
psychic.
it, Bill Hader, why did you have to shoot when he used the eagle?
I'm very excited about this season, by the way, though, because
Yes.
they're going to be in New York now.
Yep,
Yeah,
you
we
could go
should-
visit them.
I feel
Actually,
like,
be
They're,
can't walk into them.
they're really in New York.
Right.
just like the Avengers.
Yeah.
I went down to the deli, and you won't believe who was there.
Rusty Venture was there getting a sandwich.
Oh my
I-
God,
I-
it's Brock Sampson.
I can't wait to see that. Like I love how the season, how that special ends off. I love what they're doing.
I feel like we never really discussed the special, did we?
I don't know.
I thought we did.
I think if we did, we kind of bum rushed it because I feel like, just to recap. So basically, Doc Venture inherited Jonas Jr.'s fortune because he died of cancer or blew himself up.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. And then
Yeah.
and then the sovereign kind of went AWOL and tried to kill everyone, and then Killinger came in and killed the whatchamacallit guys, the investors, because they were his brothers.
Yeah.
Which that was just the most amazing scene in the whole episode. Was Killinger just takes his umbrella and turns into a lightsaber.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That whole scene, and then he's like, he was like, "Fuck you, you guys are dead. I'm the new sovereign." and now me and Dr. Mrs. the girlfriend is the new guild basically.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can't fucking wait.
I think that's pretty much the gist of it, with like a few different things like missing from what I had to recap about it.
Isn't the Monarch living in Jersey now or something?
Yes.
Or-
Well, in the special, they end up going back to his old house in Jersey.
Yeah. It's like some rundown.
And
Man.
that's where the Revenge Society was like squatting.
Yeah, that's right. I love how that special ends. I love the little epilogue thing that they put online. I'm glad that they actually mentioned that was a thing.
Yeah.
I would have never seen that otherwise.
I should also mention they did recap the last season as they did with the first four prior to the season before on YouTube. So if anyone's like confused or trying to figure out what's going on, or if you just reluctant to watch anything Venture Brothers related, like my girlfriend, then you could just watch that and kind of get a gist for it.
But you really should just watch the whole thing because it's
Yeah,
super good.
What I really should say, and this was the mistake I made with Colleen, was showing her the pilot episode first, and then
Yeah, I didn't like the pilot.
and then the first couple episodes, and a couple of venture-related friends of mine were like, "Ew, why did you show her the first season? Why didn't you start at the last episode of the first season and then move on from there?"
Yeah.
So I showed her that one, and she was half asleep. And she wakes up as the boys blow up, and she goes, "But how do they come back?"
My first episode of that show was the episode immediately following that one, the season 2 premiere. The first thing I ever saw from that show was that
Well, that starts with the
everybody's free to feel.
Yeah,
good
the
opening.
EDM one is.
That's a good place to start.
Yeah,
That's a great song too. That
Yeah.
whole
Oh,
intro
yeah.
scene is like fucking the best.
That intro hooked me.
This whole time while you guys have been talking about this, I've been like trying not to hum that song.
Yeah.
Like that intro was the thing that hooked me on that show.
Well,
And then that whole episode is fantastic.
that's a great thing about Doc and Jackson is their love of music and how they're not afraid to. I don't know the process, but I would imagine they would have to like request some of these songs from Turner, like "Everyone's Free to Feel Good" or the Pulp song from the end of season 4.
that they can get something cool for this season, because you know what? If friggin' Rick and Morty can license a Nine Inch Nails song, then
Yes.
And also DMX.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that scene. But
That was the best.
yeah. If
the
they,
venue for our theories on DMX's X gonna give it to you.
what, that he's alone.
That he's really alone and just wants some friends.
Yeah, please listen to DMX's X Gonna Give It to You to the lyrics, and you'll learn that DMX is actually just very alone, very sad, and he wants some friends.
My husband complains because he's very homophobic. Because my husband likes DMX, but
Yeah.
he's really homophobic, so he can't
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, that is an issue.
He is.
There's like a handful of his songs that he doesn't mention it. Like it just doesn't come up because I guess there wasn't like a gay guy in the room. But like all the 90% of his work is just like littered with F-bombs.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah.
He did spend a lot of time in jail up until recent, so maybe, that had something to do with it. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know much about the guy's life.
Yeah, I'm not like a. I don't really follow DMX too closely.
Yeah.
I just know X Gonna Give It to You, Rick and Morty, Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last time me and X hung out, he was still pretty homophobic.
All right. So I don't know how to segue that, so I'll just say
Toonami.
Toonami and welcome home, Samurai Jack.
Yay!
Can we talk about Welcome Back, Kotter and stuff?
Yes.
I would love to speak about Welcome Back, Connor, but I
Welcome
don't know.
back.
Yeah, that's a
Dreams
whole
were yours.
show.
Please listen
Take
to
it
our
now.
upcoming Welcome Back Cotter podcast.
Yes, let's do that. Let's make a Welcome Back Potter podcast.
What would you call that?
We'll watch that in
The Codcast.
The
I like it.
Podcast.
Podcast. ACPM.
Yeah.
Or-
I mean,
Cotter?
it would kind of fit. I mean, the network we have an adult a podcast about Adult Swim. We have a podcast about Mystery Science Theater. We have a podcast about Gilligan's Island.
You do?
Well, I don't. Guy does.
Oh, that
Guy-
doesn't surprise me.
Guy-
Guys into all the old school stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we could totally throw in a Welcome Back Cotter cast and
Oh
like.
yeah.
Hey, can we give a
really-
shout out? I'm sorry. Go on, Jason.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, can we give a shout out to Guy who wrote a book on Sesame Place?
Oh yeah. I mean, I always
Really?
I always promote it on Adventure Club, which I co-host with Guy Hutchinson. But yeah, he did write a book about, because he lives like maybe a little bit outside of the Pennsylvania area of New Jersey, probably close to where the Monarch lives. So he frequents the Sesame Place theme park, and he actually wrote a book this past year about Sesame Place by Arcadia Books. You probably, you don't know the name Arcadia, but you've seen them in the stores. It's like they'll have like the one about like historic, wherever you live in like the country. It's like you have like historic New Jersey, historic New York.
Yeah.
And they have like, I think they have like Six Flags books, but they've never done one on Sesame Place, and somehow he convinced them to do a book, and he got like the input for all of the, he like went to Sesame Place because he's such a big fanatic of the theme park, and like dug up all this information and became friendly with a lot of the people at the theme park, and it's just an amazing book. It's mostly a picture book, but there is a lot of tidbits and information about it, about the design of the park, the graphics, how much input Jim Henson had in it. So I mean, check it out. It's on. If you go to the ACPN, we do have a little link there to go to the page you can buy the book at, which I believe it's just sesameplacebook.com.
That sounds very cool, actually. I might have to check that out.
It's a good book, and I know, and I know Guy has been doing the. He doesn't do Dragon Con very often. In fact, he's only done it once. But I know he does a lot of the stuff in Miami with Dana Snyder, because they also do the Drunk on Disney podcast, which is closing in on its 100th episode. I should mention.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it actually squeaked out Adventure Club. and is closing in on us.
Nice.
But yeah, check out all those fine programming at the ACPN. Back to Samurai Jack. I pulled up the article that our friend Sabrina wrote for Central. So it's returning in 2016, and I'm just skimming right now.
I mean, that was always going to happen.
I mean, I don't see anything pertinent that sticks out to me, but Samurai Jack is coming back.
Yeah, like that's all that really is known. I think. Like,
Yeah, it seems like
it was always something that was going to happen. I know that that if it wasn't going to be a show, I know they had been talking about a movie for just ages. Like
Right.
Frederator was going to do it, and Del Toro, I think, was attached at some point or
Del Toro's
something.
attached to everything.
I don't know.
That would be absolutely insane.
It would be insane, but I don't think that. I doubt it has anything to do with the show. But like, it's there's so much. There was so much going on with that, and they were going to do a movie and everything, and now it's going to be a show, and I guess that's where it should be, and that's kind of cool,
Absolutely, and they're placing it in the Toonami block.
which is cool. And I think people.
I'm really glad they're trying to beef that up, even if Swim and Turner are pushing back on it.
There are a lot of people who like. I saw a lot of people like talking about it when the news came out. Like, wow, it's on Adult Swim. I hope that means that it can be all bloody and cool like that. And it's like, nah, why? If it's just the same show that it was and they continue the story, that's kind of perfect. That's all it needs to be.
Not for nothing. It was pretty hardcore, like as a show.
Yeah,
When it
on
was
Cartoon Network. Yeah.
When it had like the restrictions and whatnot, so it's like you're not losing anything if they are staying, as they were.
I was gonna say, you change the show and then it's not really the same show. I mean, look what happened to Ren and Stimpy when they tried to put it on Spike.
Yeah.
The adult party cartoon, and they made it. They made Ren and Stimpy gay lovers, and I'm the pitcher,
When you
you're the
try-
catcher.
Yeah, when you try to make something edgier than it was, and it doesn't work. It's just you're just trying to make something edgy for the sake of being edgy. It doesn't really make any sense.
Mr. Pickles.
Just yeah.
Yep.
Yup.
Although, excuse me, I'm dying. In fairness, I did tune into a couple episodes of that, and there were a couple, very few, but a couple of things that were like, oh, that's pretty funny. But then again, Robot Chicken gets to me like that too.
I kind of like Robot Chicken. I have to admit that.
Every once in a while, they have. I guess it's kind of like the cartoon version of SNL, where the show's there, and every once in a while, there's a good skit. By the way, did anyone see the
Kylo Ren thing?
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
The what?
Adam Driver hosted this past week, and they did an undercover boss with Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah, I loved that. I haven't seen the new Star Wars because I tried to watch episode 6 and I fell asleep while Yoda was talking before he died. So I was like, can we stop this and come back to it?
You know what? I didn't expect to enjoy the new one, and because I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, but man, Force Awakens.
Oh God, yes.
So good. So good. I've seen it twice.
I did as well. I saw it the first night because I said I actually, this was a bold move for me. I actually deleted Twitter and Facebook off my phone for the day and a half that.
You didn't spoilers?
Yeah. I wanted to know. I wanted to go in there knowing as much as Lucasfilm and Disney have told me at this point, which was practically nothing. I mean, it was like there's this black guy, there's this that's a stormtrooper, there's the dude from Drive, and this British chick in the desert, and then the soccer ball.
See, I purposely went the night that it came out to look for spoilers, just because I didn't care originally, and it was just sort of I might as well go figure out what actually happened.
It wasn't the night it came out.
I knew a couple.
It was the night that they said press was allowed to. It was the embargo date.
Yeah.
And I
knew a couple of things, a couple in a night, or the night of the premiere or the night that it came out or whatever. I knew about. I'm not gonna say it, just because spoilers. I guess.
Well,
No
Church-
spoilers.
Church hasn't seen it yet, which
Captain Kirk died. It just broke my heart.
Yeah,
Captain
Kirk.
Kirk dies?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, John.
Damn it.
What did they say on Drunk on Disney? Dana was saying, he said that Princess Leia, her face broke, and it was revealed that she was really a C-3PO with a red C-3PO with a gold arm.
That makes so much sense.
That scene was crazy. Did you see, John, the spoiler that somebody put on the back of their truck?
What?
I heard that.
Somebody took one of the major spoilers from the movie and actually just like made a giant white decal and put it on the back of their SUV window.
That's terrible.
Wonderful.
It's very funny.
God.
It's like blank blank in The Force Awakens in big letters on the back of their car on the highway.
Yeah, that really pissed me off because I really want to see it.
Yeah.
But I forget if it was Guy or Dana who said it in the Drunk on Disney episode they did about Star Wars, but they're like, they made a good point about how the only reason they gave C-3PO a red arm was so they could sell more C-3PO figures.
Oh, absolutely.
That was the one that he had printed on the back of his thing. Is C-3PO has a red arm in the Force Awakens. And he just goes by.
And he's so quick to point out. He's like, "Oh, hello, Han Solo. I have a red arm now."
Yeah.
I know. I made C-3PO Cockney all of a sudden.
Hello.
Hello, Han Solo.
Yeah, I remember that scene when he came out and said, "Hey, Han, I have a red arm now," and on screen it flashed Hasbro buy Star Wars toys and all things on screen. I'm gonna go buy a Captain Phasma toy.
He looked right at the camera and said, "Don't you want to buy me, kids?"
Yeah.
All right, let's kind of get back on topic here, guys, because we have two things to cover, and then I really have to use the bathroom. So.
All right. Speaking of the bathroom, no, I can't segue it like that. Anyone remember Super Deluxe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the place that basically found Brad Neely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also shorts and stuff like that. Stuff.
Seminary Live.
Exactly, and stuff like Dave Willis's Cats in Pajamas. Mm-hmm. Like stuff like basically like the Too Many Cooks kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Brad Neely coming back, or is he too big now?
I don't know. Well,
I kind of hope he does.
He's doing that TV Sucks show, so I'm sure he's still dedicated to the network proper. But I don't know. They really. Hang on, I'm trying to load it up here. But basically, they haven't really. I mean, there wasn't too much of a fanfare saying, "Oh, hey, Super Deluxe is back! Yay!"
Yeah. I didn't even know it was back until I don't know, somebody reblogged something or something. Like I was surprised to actually see the name Super Deluxe pop up somewhere. It's been a long time. It's not the same thing as it used to be, but
No, it's very different.
No, it seems like it's mostly social network.
it seems very close to what ADHD is at this point.
Right.
Kind of just social media stuff where they put.
And it could be that they're just trying different stuff because my whole thought on when they ended up dumping Super Deluxe the first time was the fact that it was like shortly after they announced HBO had bought 49% stake in Funny or Die. So I mean it felt like, okay, you got these two sites and one's the dominant one. So bye guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's a part of it. I mean, that is kind of a death knell or something like that
Yeah, but I mean,
against that.
it's nice to see it back, and I do hope we see at least some of what they had in the past with
I mean, it definitely won't be the same entity that it was. Like, it's not like they're gonna make I doubt they'll wind up with a website like they used to, with video player and all that. But maybe some new content on YouTube, which I mean is what they have already, but some more stuff.
I like on their Twitter they photoshopped a picture of Bill Cosby endorsing Trump. Yeah. Funny stuff. Oh, they even have a Vine attached to their social networking stuff.
I think when look like their YouTube kind of has just some small comedy videos and a couple animations. Oh, they are uploading some classic stuff actually.
Oh, really?
There's a 29-minute long thing of I Am Baby Cakes.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Up on their YouTube account.
I wonder if they'll upload Cats in Pajamas so I don't have to have the bootleg version on like the FTP for like Aqua Teen Central, which doesn't really exist anymore.
You got let's see, Super Deluxe Classics, you have that, and you have All My Exes.
I don't remember that one.
That one looks like it has Amy Poehler in it though.
Ooh.
A couple animations they have up here that are new. It looks like they just started doing the stuff. Oh, there's another Baby Cakes thing on here. Huh. So I guess they are going to upload some old stuff and get some new stuff up. It's back.
Oh, actually, someone does have Cats in Pajamas up on YouTube.
Which one is that? Is that
That's the one with Dana Snyder where he's basically addicted to video games.
Yeah, I thought so.
And it's basically a takeoff on Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah, I love that.
Basically ignores his son, and then the son ends up beating him at Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
That was really. Welcome back, Super Deluxe.
Welcome back. You know, there's stuff that comes back, and then there's stuff that leaves us. And on that note, I should say, our first interview on this show, it wasn't the best one. It was very awkward, but rest in peace, Riley Martin.
Yeah. We were very sad to hear of his passing.
He was sick for a while, I think. Because, I mean, he was doing his radio show, I want to say, up until about November-ish. And he was, like, not sounding good at all. Like, he went from, I had 9 bowel movements to basically...
That's so sad.
And they were like, yeah, he's sick, he's going to take some time off, he's in the hospital, and they're like, well, he's dead. Go buy his stuff on his website. But yeah, I mean, I posted a little tribute shortly after we heard I heard the news on Howard Stern, and I posted a little tribute to him, including the actual interview. Like I said, it was pretty awkward because we really didn't know what other to ask him besides, oh hey, we heard you were going to be on Squidbillies, and he really didn't know anything besides, oh, I did a voice for one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. But, yeah. I feel like we brought the show down at the point where we should be picking it up, though.
Yeah, we really should have talked about that first. Now all we have is clothes. Girl, bye. Thanks for listening. Email suck. Listen to more podcasts at cpnnetwork.com. Go to adultswimcentral.com and agentsofgeek.com. We'll be back eventually.
It's not sock. It's soch.
Soch.
As in social media.
I know that.
Socks.
Sock.
John wants to tell everyone about how good socks are and how you should wear them beneath
Check
your
these
shoes.
ones out.
I love socks. I got all kinds of
I love
socks.
Puma socks.
I love the socks I got on right now. They're super like.
I don't know what that is. You know, Bill Clinton had a cat named Socks.
Puma's a company. They make shoes.
Yeah, they make sick Pumas.
Yeah, Puma.
I like the ones that come out to like the middle of my thigh and have colored stripes on them to make picking socks even harder in the morning.
I have all kinds of socks. I got Spider-Man sock. I got Harry Potter sock. I got Darth Vader sock.
I bought my neighbor Totoro sock recently.
I got
It was-
a
it's
whole
cool.
stack of random Adult Swim socks, and half of them I haven't worn.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Adult Swim.
The motion
want some
picture
Adult Swim
holes
socks.
sucks.
Come to Dragon Con. Oh wait, I'm not going this year.
I was gonna say.
Oh, maybe
So
we
you
could. Maybe we could have like. Maybe we could have like a crappy ass backwards meetup with the pedophile. and I can email Adult Swim and be like, hey, we're having a meetup. Oh, really? That sounds cool. Here's 50 million China, Illinois flags.
Oh man, yeah. I still have most of that.
I still have a lot of China, Illinois flags. I think I give Trish like 5 of them.
Yeah.
I use one of them. I have up as a curtain.
If anyone wants a China, Illinois flag, it's basically the University of China, Illinois logo. I have a ton of them still. If you'd like, just email us, swimcast@aquatincentral.com. Email us anything.
they're very-
I mean,
Yeah, if you don't want a flag, if you want to email us just to tell us about your day, like, are you lonely? Do you not have friends? Is your family dead?
So
We're here for you.
Hard sour.
So wait, you want
Oh,
DMX to
Roman.
email us?
DMX, you can email us.
DMX, please email us. We will be your friends. We will teach you to love and care for all human beings.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you for listening. Email us at swimcast@aquatincentral.com if you want a flag. I have them, and maybe we'll also read anything that you put. If you put a recipe for like pumpkin pancakes, we'll read that. If you want us to read some warmed over meme from like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, send us like only Rickrolls.
Yeah, if you want to send us like Koopa Koopa Football Man and stuff like that, we will read it. Swimcast@aquatincentral.com. Or I'll tell you what, did we have another email? Oh no, forgot it. Social networking, we do have an ACPN group, so if you're friends with me or any of the fine people you've heard here tonight, hit us up for that link if you're not privy to that information. Twitter, we are still at AS Central, or you can do at Agents of Geek, or myself at John J. Galbo, or anyone else who wants to plug theirs right now.
I'm boring on Twitter, but if you really care enough, Zetacoes, ZETACOES on Twitter.
Oh, I never knew it said Zetacos.
Yeah.
I never knew what it said.
Says the girl who just said sock.
She said it
Look,
was
all right, I probably have dyslexia. Really bad.
A lot of people like the first time they see it pronounce it like Zetacos.
like Zydeco.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of spelled that way. It was a really weird, stupid misspelling in middle school.
Yeah.
So whatever. But yeah, that's me on Twitter. I'm very boring. If you want to talk about like wrestling, or cartoons.
If you want to occasionally see me post because I'm waiting for my husband in the car, you can follow me at Trish_is_awesome.
I'm also on Instagram if anybody cares.
Oh yeah, I'm on Instagram too. We should follow each
I'm
other.
on Instagram, I just haven't posted any pictures in like the last year and a half.
I don't remember my Instagram name.
I just post. Yeah, I post like mainly art on there, drawings and stuff because I draw.
Yeah.
But
It's for life.
Any hooser. Sock, email. You can listen to more podcasts on theacpn.com. I know we mentioned a lot of them, but I'll just run down the list. You got Swimcast, you got Drunk on Disney with Dana Snyder from Aquatine, and Guy Hutchinson, who we mentioned earlier, writing the book about Sesame Place. They talk about drinking drinks that are made at different Disney World theme parks, and shoot the shit over there talking about random stuff besides Disney or stuff going on in Disney. Yes, we have a new Mystery Science Theater show the Deep 13 cast. Probably do a new episode of that pretty soon. There is a Gilligan's Island podcast. I think new episodes are coming soon. I feel like I'm missing something. Adventure Club.
Ottercast.
That I do.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome. Maybe we will do a Welcome Back Ottercast if the interest is there. And usually by interest I mean like one or two people are interested in doing it. Cosmic Castoff is a new edition where people. It's kind of like Tim and Eric. It's got like a Tim and Eric kind of vibe to it. Only it's like talks about the paranormal and whatnot. There's a Saved by the Bell podcast that I forgot to mention.
Nice.
And there's a lot of other different things. We have the first 2 seasons of this show on there. God knows why. And if you do get through those and you want to request more seasons be uploaded to the server, email us also, swimcast@aquatincentral.com. Also go to adultswimcentral.com, which is also agentsofgeek.com. And we will be back eventually. I know I always promise that, and we end up falling short sometimes. So by we'll be back eventually, I could mean December 31st of 2016. But hopefully not.
Hopefully sooner.
Sooner than later.
Yeah.
But until then, good night now.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Take it away, George.
This has been an Adult Swim Central production.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the
ACEN